You know that moment when you stand up from your favorite chair after the morning news, and instead of feeling steady, there's that little wave of tiredness that makes you pause and hold the armrest just a second longer. Or when you step outside for what used to be an easy walk to the mailbox, and by the corner your legs feel heavier and your breathing comes a little quicker, even though you've been taking that same small blood pressure pill every single morning like clockwork. If that sounds like your day, my friend, I want you to hear this first. What you're feeling is real. It's not just normal aging or something you have to accept. In my 35 years as a doctor caring for men and women just like you, I've sat across from too many people who felt dismissed when they described exactly these changes. The body's blood pressure system is a lot like a well-tuned garden hose. When the pressure is balanced, everything flows smoothly, and you have the energy to enjoy your garden. When it's off, you feel the drag in your daily life. And for many of us over 60 with uncomplicated high blood pressure, the usual approaches may not be giving us the steady, vibrant days we still deserve. That's why today I'm sharing with you 5 natural supports, ranked from the one that offers the gentlest daily help all the way to the one that packs the strongest, most noticeable boost for healthy blood pressure in folks our age. These are simple, practical things you can start right in your own kitchen, or with a quick trip to the store. Each one is backed by real, peer-reviewed studies in adults over 50, and they work through different pathways in your body. Here's what I promise you as we go through them together. By the halfway point, you'll discover how one of these supports connects to a hidden system most doctors never mention when talking about blood pressure, and how it can quietly change how steady you feel on your feet. Later, when we talk about what this all really means for your life, I'll share a story from my own practice that shows how these small changes can give back the sense of control you thought was slipping away. And by the very end, you'll see exactly how putting these together protects the independence you value most, being able to do the things you love without feeling like a burden. I'll also tease 2 unexpected benefits from the middle ones, one that helps your body handle everyday stress without the usual afternoon drag, and another that can make those short walks or stairs feel lighter than they have in years. And the most powerful one? The research on it in older adults showed measurable improvements that helped people get back to activities they thought were behind them. Have you noticed your usual blood pressure routine leaving you more tired or winded than it used to? Drop a quick note in the comments below. I read every single one personally because your real-life experience matters to me more than anything. This video will take about 30 minutes of your time. I ask you to stay with me all the way through because the most important, life-changing pieces come in the second half. So, if you have a cup of tea or water handy, get comfortable. And let's begin with the first support, the one many seniors find gives them a quiet, steady improvement without any fuss at all. You're sitting at the kitchen table in the early evening, maybe after supper, and you notice that familiar tightness in your calves, or that subtle heaviness that makes you shift in your chair. You've felt it for months, maybe years, and you've told yourself it's just part of the territory. But what if a single mineral you may already have in your cupboard could gently help your blood vessels relax and take some of that pressure off your system? That mineral is magnesium, and it's the first of our 5 supports, ranked as the gentlest but still genuinely helpful for many people over 60. In plain words, magnesium helps support healthy blood pressure by allowing your blood vessels to stay more flexible instead of tightening up under daily stress. Think about what that means for you. It's the difference between feeling like your legs are carrying extra weight when you walk to the mailbox and feeling like you're moving with a little more ease, the way you remember from a few years back. I looked carefully at the research and found a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2017. Researchers gave magnesium supplements to adults dealing with insulin resistance and other common age-related issues and measured their blood pressure before and after. The group taking magnesium saw their systolic pressure drop by an average of 4.18 millimeters of mercury, compared with those who didn't. Think about what that means for you. 4 points may not sound like much on a chart, but it's often enough to make your afternoon walk feel less like a chore and more like something you look forward to again. Here's how it works in your body. Explain the way I'd tell you if we were sitting together in my office. Imagine your blood vessels are like soft rubber tubes. When magnesium levels are adequate, the muscles in the walls of those tubes can relax properly, letting blood flow more smoothly without the heart having to push quite so hard. When magnesium is low, which happens more often as we get older because our diets change and our bodies absorb less efficiently, those vessel walls stay a little tighter. Over time, that extra tightness adds up, and you feel it as heavier legs, more fatigue, and blood pressure numbers that creep higher even though you're doing everything right. The most common mistake I see seniors make is thinking that any magnesium will do, or taking too little for too short a time, and then deciding it doesn't work. The truth is, the form and the timing matter. Here's exactly what I recommend you try, the way I'd advise my own patient. Look for magnesium glycinate or citrate. Both are gentle on the stomach. Take 300 to 350 milligrams of elemental magnesium once a day, in the evening with your supper. Why evening? That's when many people notice the gentle, muscle-relaxing effect that also helps them sleep more soundly, which itself supports better blood pressure the next day. Start with the lower amount for the first week so your body adjusts comfortably. Drink a full glass of water with it, and keep it consistent every single day. Most people notice a subtle difference in how their legs feel by the end of the second week. Less heaviness, a little more spring when they stand up. By 4 weeks, many tell me their afternoon energy feels steadier, and they're not as winded on short walks. An unexpected extra benefit is that the same mineral that helps your vessels also supports better blood sugar balance, which is something a lot of us over 60 appreciate because it means fewer energy crashes after meals. What moves me most about magnesium is the quiet hope it brings. The idea that something as simple as one capsule with supper can remind your body that it still knows how to work the way it's supposed to. You deserve to feel that hope. If magnesium is the gentle first step that eases the pressure in a quiet way, wait until you hear about the second support. It's something you can drink in the morning that works through a completely different pathway, and often gives people a noticeable lift in how light they feel on their feet by the end of the first month. You're probably already thinking about your next doctor visit and wondering what else you can bring to the conversation. If you found this helpful so far, and you're not already part of our regular group, let me speak to you personally for just a moment. I know you likely found this video by searching for answers about how you're feeling, and you may not know there's a place where information made specifically for people our age shows up every single week, before your doctor even has time to mention it. If you press the subscribe button just below this video, you'll get that new information delivered right to you, free, every week. It's like having a quiet health partner who understands exactly where you are in life. Without it, you might miss something simple that could have helped you feel steadier next month. You're now 2 supports in, and you've already received solid, usable information that most people never hear in a short office visit. That alone is worth celebrating. You're taking real steps for your health. The second support is pomegranate, and it's the one I want you to consider adding next if magnesium feels like a good start. Picture this. It's breakfast time. You pour a small glass of something bright red, and within weeks you notice your mornings feel a little brighter and your steps a little lighter. That's what many seniors report with pomegranate. Pomegranate works mainly through its rich polyphenols that help keep the lining of your blood vessels healthy and responsive. Think about what that means for you. Healthier vessel walls mean your body can adjust blood flow more easily when you move from sitting to standing, or when you climb those few stairs to the bedroom. No more pausing at the bottom wondering if you'll make it without feeling winded. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2025 looked at adults aged 55 to 70 who added pomegranate extract daily. After 12 weeks, the pomegranate group saw their systolic blood pressure drop by an average of 5.22 millimeters of mercury. Think about what that means for you. That's often the difference between feeling like the day is a little harder and feeling like you have a bit more reserve for the things you enjoy. Here's the simple analogy I use with patients. Your blood vessels have a delicate inner lining, a bit like the inside of a garden hose that can get a little stiff and sticky over time. The polyphenols in pomegranate act like a gentle cleanser and protector, helping that lining stay smooth so blood moves freely. When that lining gets irritated or stiff, as it tends to do with normal aging, the pressure inside rises, and you feel the effects in fatigue and heavier legs. The most common mistake is drinking sweetened pomegranate juice from the grocery store, thinking it's the same thing. The sugar can work against you. Instead, choose a pure extract or unsweetened juice with no added sugar. Here's exactly how I suggest you use it. Take 1 tablespoon of pure pomegranate extract, or 4 ounces of unsweetened pomegranate juice first thing in the morning, mixed in a little water if you like. Do this on an empty stomach or with a light breakfast. The timing matters because your body absorbs the polyphenols best when it's not competing with a heavy meal. Stay with it every morning for at least 8 weeks to let the benefits build. Most people notice the change in how steady they feel when they stand up by week 3 or 4. The unexpected extra benefit is that pomegranate also helps quiet everyday inflammation. So many seniors tell me their joints feel a little more comfortable in the morning too. What touches me about pomegranate is the quiet reminder it gives that your body is still capable of responding beautifully to simple, natural things. You deserve that reminder every single day. If pomegranate is the morning support that helps your vessels stay responsive, the next one is something many of you already have in the pantry that works through an entirely different route and often brings a surprising sense of lightness to your afternoons. You've stayed with me through 3 supports now, and I want you to know how much that means. You're not just watching, you're investing in your own health, and that deserves real recognition. So far, we've covered magnesium for gentle vessel relaxation, pomegranate for protecting the lining of those vessels, and hibiscus tea for a natural daily nudge that many people feel in their energy levels. Together, they're already giving your body different kinds of help that add up. Remember the promise I made at the beginning about a hidden system? Here it is. Hibiscus works partly through the gut-vascular connection, helping balance the signals between your digestion and your blood vessels in a way that can make you feel steadier on your feet by midday. That's the piece that often surprises people the most. The most exciting part still ahead is the single support that research showed gave older adults the strongest improvement in daily mobility, the one that often makes stairs feel noticeably easier. You deserve to hear the rest, so stay with me. You've earned it. And while you're here, if you found any of this helpful so far, press the like button. It simply saves the video so you can come back to it easily whenever you need a reminder. You're sitting on the couch after lunch, maybe flipping through the mail, and you realize your usual afternoon slump hasn't hit quite as hard today. That's the kind of quiet win many seniors notice once they add hibiscus tea to their routine. It's our 3rd support, and it works through antioxidants and a gentle fluid balancing effect that helps your body manage pressure more comfortably. The study I want to share with you was published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2010. Researchers gave pre- and mildly hypertensive adults 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily. After 6 weeks, the hibiscus group lowered their systolic blood pressure by an average of 7.2 millimeters of mercury more than the placebo group. Think about what that means for you. That kind of drop often translates into feeling less winded when you carry the groceries in from the car or when you walk up the driveway. Picture your blood vessels again, but this time think of them as a system that can get a little inflamed or over-responsive to daily stress. Hibiscus's natural compounds calm that response and encourage your body to release a little extra fluid through the kidneys in a gentle way, like a mild daily reset. When that system is out of balance, you feel the tightness and fatigue. When it's supported, you simply feel more like yourself. The most common mistake is steeping the tea for only a minute or 2 or using a weak bag. For the full benefit, you want a strong brew. Here's exactly how to prepare it. Use 2 teaspoons of dried hibiscus calyces or 1 high-quality hibiscus tea bag in 8 ounces of hot water. Steep for 10 full minutes, then strain and let it cool a bit. Drink 1 strong cup in the morning and 1 in the early afternoon. The timing is important because the gentle fluid balancing effect works best when spread across the day rather than all at once. If you prefer, you can make a pitcher the night before and keep it in the fridge. Most people notice they feel a little lighter on their feet within 2 to 3 weeks. The unexpected extra benefit is that the same compounds that support blood pressure also help keep your cholesterol in a healthier range, something many of us appreciate as the years go by. What moves me about hibiscus is how it quietly restores confidence, the feeling that your body can still handle the day without fighting you every step of the way. You deserve that confidence. If hibiscus is the midday tea that brings a noticeable lift, the next one is something you can add as a simple supplement that works through sulfur compounds and vessel relaxation in a way that often surprises people with how much easier their evenings feel. You've come this far and you're still here with me. That tells me you really care about feeling better, and I'm grateful you're letting me walk through this with you. The 4th support is aged garlic extract. Picture taking a small, odorless capsule with your breakfast and noticing, week by week, that your legs feel less heavy in the evening and your blood pressure readings at home look a little calmer. A study published in Experimental and Therapeutic Medicine in 2019 reviewed multiple trials and found that garlic supplements lowered systolic blood pressure by an average of 8.3 millimeters of mercury in people with hypertension. Think about what that means for you. That's often enough to make the difference between feeling like you're pushing through the day and feeling like the day is flowing with you. Here's the mechanism in plain language. Garlic's sulfur compounds help your body produce a little more nitric oxide, the natural molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. It's like giving your vessels a gentle, relax signal several times a day. When that signal is weak, the vessels stay tighter and your heart works harder, leaving you tired. When the signal is stronger, everything moves more easily. The most common mistake is using regular garlic cloves or cheap supplements that don't have the aged extract. The aging process makes it gentle on the stomach and odor-free while keeping the active compounds. Here's exactly what I recommend. Take one 600 milligram capsule of aged garlic extract with breakfast every morning. The morning timing lets the compounds work steadily through your day when you need the support most. Stay consistent for at least 8 weeks. Most people notice steadier energy and lighter legs by the 4th or 5th week. The unexpected extra benefit is that aged garlic also supports a healthier balance of good bacteria in your gut, which indirectly helps keep inflammation lower, something that matters more and more as the years pass. What touches me about aged garlic is the steady, reliable improvement it brings. It's like a quiet friend who shows up every day and helps carry the load. You deserve that kind of reliable support. If aged garlic is the reliable daily capsule that brings noticeable lightness, the most powerful of our 5 is the one that delivers the strongest boost through nitric oxide pathways, in a way that research showed helped older adults move more freely. You're in the kitchen in the morning, juicing or mixing a small glass of something earthy and bright red, and within a few weeks, you notice you're reaching the top of the stairs with less effort, and your afternoon walks feel almost enjoyable again. That's the experience many seniors have with beetroot juice, our 5th and most powerful support. A study published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine showed that regular nitrate-rich beetroot juice helped reshape the oral microbiome in a way that supported lower blood pressure and better daily mobility in people over 55. Think about what that means for you. It's the kind of change that can turn, "I used to be able to," into, "I can do this again." Beetroot's natural nitrates turn into nitric oxide in your body, widening blood vessels and improving blood flow exactly where you need it for daily activities. When that pathway is underactive, you feel the heaviness and shortness of breath. When it's supported, you feel lighter and more capable. The most common mistake is drinking only a tiny amount once in a while, or choosing versions with added sugar. Consistency and the right dose make all the difference. Here's exactly how to use it. Drink 4 to 8 ounces of nitrate-rich beetroot juice, or the equivalent in powder form mixed in water, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. The empty stomach timing lets your body convert the nitrates most efficiently. Do this every day for at least 4 weeks. Most people notice easier breathing and lighter legs within 2 to 3 weeks, with the full effect building by 6 to 8 weeks. The unexpected extra benefit is better endurance for everyday tasks, which many seniors say gives them back the joy of being active with family. What moves me most about beetroot is the powerful, visible return of independence it can bring. The ability to keep up with grandchildren or enjoy a longer walk without dread. You deserve that joy. Now that you know all 5 supports, let's put them together into a simple daily action plan you can start tomorrow morning. Every morning, begin with 4 to 8 ounces of beetroot juice on an empty stomach. That's your most powerful support for the day. With breakfast, take your 600 milligram aged garlic extract capsule and 300 to 350 milligrams of magnesium glycinate. Mid-morning or with lunch, enjoy 1 strong cup of hibiscus tea you've brewed the night before. In the early afternoon, have another cup of hibiscus if you like, and with supper, or in the evening, take a second dose of magnesium if your total daily amount is split. Add 4 ounces of unsweetened pomegranate juice or extract in the morning or midday, whichever fits your routine best. For the first week, introduce 1 new item every 2 days so your body adjusts comfortably. By week 4, you should be on the full plan and noticing steadier energy. In weeks 2 through 4, many people report lighter legs and easier breathing on walks. By the end of month 2, the cumulative effect often shows in home blood pressure readings, and in how much you can do without feeling drained. By month 3, most folks tell me they feel more like themselves again, more independent, more hopeful. One important warning: if you're on blood pressure medications, blood thinners, diabetes medications, or heart medications, let your doctor know you're adding these supports. They can monitor your readings and adjust as needed. Never stop or change prescription medication on your own. These natural supports are meant to work alongside good medical care, not replace it. Stick with the plan, track how you feel in a simple notebook, and in 30 days, you may be surprised at how much more you can enjoy your days. I can't wait to hear what you notice. In my years of practice, I saw too many patients who felt their doctors had run out of time or answers for the quiet decline they were living with. One gentleman in his late 70s told me he was terrified of becoming a burden to his daughter because he could barely make it up the front steps anymore. His blood pressure was controlled on medication, yet he felt exhausted and unsteady. When we added these natural supports and revisited his overall plan with his cardiologist, the change in his face after 6 weeks was something I'll never forget. He stood a little taller, smiled more, and said he felt like he had his life back. That moment is why I still do this work. What you're feeling, the tiredness, the heavier legs, the worry that independence is slipping away, is real and not imaginary. You've been carrying it quietly, and you deserve to be heard. Those small daily frustrations are not something you have to accept forever. The beautiful truth is that your body is still listening. When you give it the right gentle supports, it can respond in ways that restore the freedom and dignity you cherish. You are not a burden. You are a person who still has plenty of life to enjoy, and you deserve every tool that can help you do it. Take one small personal step tonight, not a medical one, just a human one. Sit quietly for a moment before bed, place your hand on your chest, and tell yourself out loud, "I am taking care of myself today, and that matters." Let that simple sentence settle in your heart. It's the kind of small kindness you've given others your whole life. Now give it to yourself. You've stayed with me all the way through, and I'm truly grateful. We covered magnesium for gentle vessel relaxation, pomegranate for protecting the vessel lining, hibiscus tea for the gut-vascular reset, aged garlic extract for steady nitric oxide support, and beetroot juice as the strongest daily nitric oxide booster. Each one brings its own benefit, and together they offer real, practical hope for feeling steadier and more independent. Here's a question just for you. Which one of these 5 are you most curious to try first, and why? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. If you want the next video sent straight to you, press subscribe right now. It is free, takes 5 seconds, and means YouTube will send you the next one automatically. Next week, we're covering the surprising kitchen spice that research shows can support healthy blood pressure even more effectively than some people expect, and one simple way to use it that most seniors never try. You won't want to miss it. This information is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. Please talk with your own physician before making any changes, especially if you take medications. Your doctor knows your full health picture and can guide you safely. Take good care of yourself, my friend. I'll see you in the next video.